Wow, and just like that. What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Let's see if we got sound here. How you doing? How you doing? We are about to check out. Hopefully, you guys can fucking hear me. We're about to. Oh, we're live. That's number one. And we got sound. Number 2, or 1.5. Who knows, though? But what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Joey. And we are about to check out Samsung Unpacked. Unpack it. 2018. But the August edition. Because I believe they did. There was an Unpacked for the Galaxy S9. But here we go, guys. I am a Samsung man. Uh-oh, what's going on? Let me pause this. What happened to the stream? Oh, my Lord. Are we still going here? Okay. Yes. Those of you who know, I am a Samsung guy. I love Samsung. And I love the Note 7. The Note 7 was my first Note ever. And then they were like, JK! And they fucking grabbed it back from me. And I loved that phone. I loved that phone so much. The S Pen was great. You know, fucking, you had to write something down. You just fucking pull the S Pen out. Boom, boom, boom. Was ready to write right away. And the phone was just amazing. It was just felt like a big leap. But I'm here now. I have the Galaxy S8, and I love it. I didn't do the 9. I almost did because 8 got damaged and whatever. But I wound up getting the 8 back, and I'm happy with that. I love the 8. I love the way the 8 feels. It's like the sides are like rounded. The 9 looks pretty much just like the 8, but like the edges, like the sides have like this like squarish kind of texture to it or shape. And I don't know, when I hold the 8, I love it. And the 8 just feels like a fucking powerhouse. And to me, the Note 7 was amazing. And the Galaxy S8 is a Note 7 even more souped up. You know, it's like Ultimate Saiyan. If you remember Dragon Ball Z, you know, after they came out of the chamber, they were able to go Ultimate Saiyan, whatever the fuck. I don't know. But we're here, and it seems like out of nowhere, I didn't realize this was coming. Another Note. Well, you know, at this time of year, they're gonna do the Note now. It's time for the Note, and here we are. And it just came out. And I didn't know it was like today or whatever. So it already happened, but we're gonna recap. And yeah, I saw a couple of like advertisements. I think I caught a couple of things. There's one thing, detail about it that I saw in the advertisement, and I looked away real quick. But other than that, we're checking this out fresh, baby. Your battery's low. What's going on here? How to save battery. Okay. How to speed up your phone. Turn off updates. Switch to Wi-Fi. Right, all these tricks that people talk about to do with their phone. How to free up storage. How to do this. How to do that. Buy extra storage. Ah! Delete apps. Clear text messages. Delete picture. Phone too slow. Never enough storage. Battery can't keep up. Ah! I thought the lights are flashing. I need to just pause that for a second because unless these people have Oh, maybe they're watching it on their tablets. It's funny, the franticness of the lights reverberated out into the crowd, not because it was reflecting on the crowd, because the crowd either is recording the screen or they're playing it on their laptops as well. So the crowd kind of created an effect because of they're all playing it on the. That was interesting. If you get what I'm saying. Galaxy. When we first made the Note, not everybody knew what to make of it. It's so big. Oh my god.
That is ridiculous. Samsung has no idea what they're doing. This is like talking to a piece of toast.
Samsung has no idea what they're doing with the Note.
Actually calling this thing a phablet.
Phablet.
Samsung Galaxy Note Complete.
This is great. Oh, excuse me. But you knew. Yeah, we knew, motherfucker. Thank you for saying nay to the naysayers. Thank you for challenging the conventional wisdom. For staying ahead of the curve. For helping lead the way.
Are a big deal.
Big phones have become the standard.
The S Pen alone seals the deal. That's the sound of me winning. All of these other phones gotta fall back. Galaxy Note is the best phone out right now.
And now they go through all the headlines of how the Note is so big and people are loving the Note. Oh man, I can't wait to see what this Note has in store. Do what you can to Samsung. Woo, yeah!
Gentlemen, please welcome to the stage President and CEO, Head of IT and Mobile Communications Division, DJ Co.
DJ Co. Wiki wiki. All right, now so before this starts, you might say the Note 8 is out, right? So JCM, if you love the Note so much, why didn't you do the Note 8, right? And I got a great thing, you know, with T-Mobile, where they're up there trade-in shit, so it wouldn't be hard to do that. You just gotta keep paying that monthly. 7 was a 5.8-inch screen, and that was huge, right? And that was breaking barriers. But it still felt great. And I remember they used to push the fact that, like, these screens are bigger. There's more screen than, like, the iPhones have, but the phone is still smaller. They used to, like, say that kind of stuff, Samsung. So 5.8 was, like, huge, you know, for then. And it was like, whoa, and it was such a big leap. But it still felt great, the way that Samsung shaped their phones and everything. And that's another thing compared to the way the Galaxy S8, the sides of it is the same thing as the Note 7. So that's why, you know, the feel of it is also there with the Galaxy S8, like I was saying before. But anyway, so then they started coming out with even bigger screens, like 6.3, I believe. And I remember when, because I had to go backwards after the Note 7. I had to go to the Galaxy S7, you know, because the Note comes out after the base model Galaxy. So I went to the Note, but then I had to go back to the Galaxy S7 after the Note debacle and after they forced you to hand it in. So then when the Galaxy S8 was coming out, like I said, to me it was very similar to the Note, just without the pen, pretty much. And I love the way the screen is on the Infinity screen on the Galaxies. And you know, it was just beautiful. And then, like I said, it was a more advanced Note 7 without the pen. So I was in Best Buy, and I was like, whoa, the Galaxy S8, it's finally on display, let me check it out. And for the first time ever, I was like, you know, I usually go for, like, the bigger phone. And I was like, damn, this fucking feels too big. And it was the first time I was like, man, and I was like, I think I'm going to go with a smaller phone. And with the Galaxy S8, I believe Samsung was still doing the thing where the phones, there was no difference. Because Apple at the time, you know, if you got the plus version of the phone, that version had like, you know, 2 cameras, maybe opposed to 2 lenses, opposed to 1 lens on the regular size model of like the Apple 7. Oh my god, what the fuck? I can't even think. iPhone 7 and stuff like that. But Samsung with the Galaxy S8, there was no difference. It was the same phone, just different size, and that was great, you know. Then comes the S9, and they finally started doing that thing where if you get the bigger phone, has a couple of extra features that they'll be able to fit in there, whatever. I believe the camera, you know, has that zoom or something, you know, something like that, or there's dual lenses, similar to Apple. So that was one reason why I was hesitant with the 9, because the phones were different, and also, like I said, the way that it felt on the edges, like the shape of it, when you hold it, the feeling of when you hold it. So now back to the Galaxy S8. The first time I realized the phones might be too big, I was like, you know what? You know, like I said, for the first time ever, I was like, I think I'm going to go with a smaller phone. And again, it was the same size as the Note 7, just upgraded, you know, felt the same. The screen was, you know, cool though, upgrades and stuff like that. So I was like, since these phones are exactly the same, I think I'm going to go with the smaller phone. Which was, you know, the huge phone when the Note 7 was out. And it was, you know, like I said, same size as the Note 7, upgraded. And yeah, like the 6.3 phones were just like too big to me. So there, back to why I didn't get the Galaxy Note 8 is because I was like, damn, like it's the Note, I'm intrigued. But I was like, you know, then they said 6.3, you know, screen size. And I was like, damn, I was like, I remember with the Galaxy S8 Plus, I felt like that was too big. So sure enough, I went into like Best Buy one day. It was finally on display, and I held it. I was like, damn. I was like, yeah, this 6.3 is too fucking big. You know, it's just like something about it. Like they finally reached a mark where it's too big. You know, like you can't use it with one hand if you need to, and just overall, like to me, I felt like when I held it up to my face, like your phone comes like down to here. So I felt like I was talking like into the screen, you know, and then like spitting into the screen. I don't know. So yeah, like the 5.8 is the perfect phone size. I think it's huge, but it's still in that range of phone size or one hand size or fit in your pocket size, comfortably. So that's why I didn't do the Galaxy Note 8 after loving the Note 7 so much. One thing that's interesting is that I love the infinity screen so much that I wonder if I would have upgraded at that time. But the Note 7, man, that fingerprint, that button and that fingerprint scanner, literally, it was just like at first it was like tap on, and they upgraded it where you literally just go like pop, phone was on. It was crazy. But I got very used to. I'm very happy with the Galaxy S8, and this is probably the first phone that I'm not gonna trade in, and I'm gonna keep, so I could lower my fucking bill. But now let's see what's up with this Note. No, are they even calling it the Note 9? I didn't even catch that. So let's see what's up with this Note, and if I'm going to be intrigued to get it or not, and just see how I feel. Either way, though, I'm just a Samsung Galaxy fan, so it's going to be cool to see all the updates and everything. So here we go.
Hello, everyone.
He's doing the Bret Hart.
Thank you.
Yeah, I already like this guy.
Welcome to Barclays Center.
Welcome to Barclays Center.
I'm so happy to be here today.
Barclays Center, wow.
With more than 3,000 global media, partners, and Note fans.
Note fans.
It is an honor to celebrate the amazing Note community. Your passion
New passion.
and insight are a constant
Love this guy.
inspiration. And your loyalty to the Note is the best reward for our commitment to innovation. For
Note
me,
fans are very hardcore, and I felt that why once I got the Note 7.
will love better than creating the next new Note. It is the device for those who seek lives filled with purpose and are motivated by a desire to do more. And
I've come a long way past that Note 7 debacle. No one even... Wow, look at the notes throughout the years.
Who are pioneering new businesses, inventing new ways to work, and redefining music, art.
The Note... Was that the... Oh, they completely didn't... I think the Note 7 wasn't even in that little slide there.
I love the Note because it...
But I think the Note 5, because I think they skipped 6, I believe, because I just wanted to catch up number-wise to iPhone. But just looking at that, I think the Note 5, I noticed, seems like it was the beginnings of the rounded screens, because like it was still square, but it had a very slight. It wasn't completely 90-degree angle edges. It was like slightly rounded. I just noticed that. Sounds like the beginning of their thoughts of the Infinity display.
To break through barriers to deliver the most advanced device for those who expect more.
Moo.
And I'm excited to show you the next version of the world's most powerful mobile device.
The world's most powerful mobile device.
But my agenda today goes even further. From my first Unpacked as president of Samsung Mobile in 2016, I've talked about our vision for a future of seamlessly connected devices and a world of endless possibilities. I've shared my commitment to meaningful innovation that delivers value, convenience, and joy to our customers. And spoken of my belief.
This guy seems very connected to the people, and that's really good.
And open partnerships.
He seems very passionate about
the power of technology.
You know, the people
So
that
you
love the Note.
can reimagine how you connect, create, work, play, and live. I said then that no company is in a better position to achieve this vision than Samsung.
No company is in a better position to achieve this.
That this is even more true today than it was then. So much has changed.
So much has
Since I
changed.
took the stage 2.5 years ago. Artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, augmented reality. These were extraordinary concepts in 2016. Now, they are building blocks for a new era of continuous, personalized, and intelligent.
New era of intelligence. He said things in 2016 that were like, whoa. Now are like, you know,
deliver. What do you want? With no limits,
basic.
no barriers, and no interruptions.
No limits, no barriers, no
But that's
interruptions.
not the world we live in right now. While our lives flow seamlessly across the home, work, and play, our technology doesn't. We still live in a world of digital devices and disruptive experiences. There are too many gaps, too many blind spots. Too many services are confined by the limits of a device, brand, or platform. Too many experiences are interrupted when we leave a room or go from office to car or switch between devices. Too often, our devices fail when we need them the most. At Samsung, we believe it's time to transcend narrow digital experiences.
At Samsung, we believe.
Never reflected how we
This guy's
live
great.
our lives. It's time for a new generation of experiences that are intelligent enough to anticipate your needs, open enough to give you full control over the choices you have and the decisions you make, private enough to respect and protect your confidential information, and seamless enough to flow with you without interruption.
Open
as
enough,
you move
private enough,
through your day.
and seamless enough.
This is a vision only Samsung can deliver. Because
This
only
is a
Samsung
vision
offers
only Samsung
products and services
can deliver.
that touch everything
guy's
people
great.
do across every part of their lives.
He's a new president too. He said it since 2016 he's been
Mobile
president.
devices, TVs, and appliances that span the office, the car, the home, and everywhere in between. At a scale no other company can match. Hundreds of millions of people across more than 1 billion devices. Today, too many companies create experiences that are designed more to reinforce their business models than enhance your lives.
Wow. Can we pause that 1 second? Too many companies are making things. What the fuck did he say? Too many companies are making things basically how they want to make them and for their vision, and not making them to make your life better. Wow. Whatever the fuck he said was just amazing.
At Samsung,
At Samsung,
we are committed.
this guy's the best. He comes out like Bret Hart. He's the fucking man. He's connected to the people.
You
Meaningful innovation.
guided by our belief in the potential of technology to amplify your creativity, we are creating a galaxy of experiences that span not just devices and locations, but platforms and brands. Experiences built on a foundation of intelligence that learns, adapts, and anticipates, not to control your choices, but to enhance human capabilities and expand human possibilities.
Not to control your choices, but to expand human capabilities. This guy's the fucking great.
It's an ambitious vision, and we have made significant progress over the past 2 years. From smart things to our new AI research labs, from family hub refrigerators to smart TVs, with defense-grade Noxa security to keep your most important information safe.
Defense grade, knock
A
security.
partnership that grow out of our commitment to an open and connected world. We have laid the foundation to move beyond smart devices and into a world of intelligent experiences that are seamless, continuous, deeply personal,
Deeply personal.
profoundly productive.
This guy's the fucking man.
We have a great show for you today.
Yes, let's go with it.
New products and services that illustrate the promise of connected living. A
Connected
new
living.
partnership that demonstrates the potential of intelligence that stretches across platforms and brands. Plus, some great surprises along the way.
Ooh.
And Of course, a new smartphone. Not just any smartphone. A phone that raises the bar for speed, power, and performance. Once
Speed,
again.
power, performance.
A phone
That's the
with
best.
more than enough memory, power, and capacity to live your life without interruption at the pace you demand. A phone built on our commitment to you. A smartphone that will never slow you down or let you down.
Smartphone never slow you down or let you down.
Powerful enough to keep up with you wherever you are,
Built for you.
whatever you are doing,
Powerful enough to keep up with you.
whatever you need.
Like a fucking Nintendo E3, or just E3 in general. Fucking speech.
Ladies
Right?
and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure
Ho!
to present the all-new Galaxy Note 9.
Yeah! Galaxy Note 9, here we go, motherfucker! Gold! Wow, look at the insides of that pen. Oh shit, here's the phone. Okay, fingerprint sensors separated. Still on the back. Looking sleek. Looking big though. He's holding it. See, the thing is, I guess they have to make the Note big because that was, you know, the issue with the Note 7 was the battery not having enough room, and when it expanded, when you know got hot or charged, that's when it got pinched, and that was the problem with it. So I guess they're sticking to just making the Note big because.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, to tell you more about the world's most advanced smartphone, please welcome Drew Blackhawk.
This guy creepily walking behind him. That's scary. I like how the screen extends to the stage. That's kind of cool.
Thanks, DJ. I'm
All right, let's
so
hear about
excited
it.
to be here at Barclays Center to introduce the Galaxy Note 9. Galaxy Note has always been a smartphone for people who want the best of the best.
Barclays Center.
And this year, we've updated it for a new generation. Generation of creators, achievers, and entrepreneurs who are remaking the world and relying on technology to do it. Recently, we spoke with Note users all over the world about what they want for their phones. And one thing became crystal clear. Note users expect more. And at Samsung, we've always tried not just to meet expectations, but to exceed them. Now, we already use our phones for so much. But what if they were even more powerful? What if our batteries actually lasted all day and we didn't have to worry about how much storage we had? What if we could stream and download the things we want when we want them? What if our phones met our highest expectations instead of forcing us to work around their shortcomings? Since the beginning, the Note series has always been at the cutting edge of new technology. And today, we're redefining expectations all over again with the most powerful phone we've ever made, the Galaxy Note 9.
Wow, I love the color scheme, blue and gold. 1 second, guys. A lot of blue. I was just telling J Hogs and friends, like, what's with the blue and gold? I love it. That was colors of my grade school that I love very much. So I love it. Love those colors too. But they just announced the PlayStation today. It's like a PlayStation whatever since 1994 edition. It's a PlayStation Pro, and it's clear blue. It has like kind of gold or copper things on it, and now this color scheme is blue and gold. And I was saying back in the day, well, whatever, when Skyrim initially came out, at that time, Skyrim, 007 Skyfall, Skylanders, the original Skylanders, along with the initial releases of Sky, what the fuck did I just say? Skyrim. All three of those things came out in like the same year. Like, how is that bothering? Like, I don't know, these companies talk to each other. I don't know, that's just weird. Anyway, let's continue. Love that gold pen. That's cool.
Back when we launched the first Note, a 5.3-inch display sounded huge.
Wow, 5.3.
Today, it actually sounds small.
Yeah.
But it paved the way for the big screen smart.
The original Note was 5.3 inches, which sounded huge, he said. Now it sounds small. It's true. That's funny.
Smartphone category. And Note users were the first to see the incredible potential of a large screen. For people who pack a ton into every moment, Note lets you do more. That's why we made the screen 6.4 inches, the largest ever on a Note.
Jesus, 6.4?
Of course, Note 9 features an end-to-end display, which means you get a larger canvas for writing with your S Pen or watching YouTube video. In fact, YouTube recently named the Note 9 a signature device because it delivers a best-in-class YouTube experience.
Wow.
We've refined the design with a beautiful balance, razor-straight lines, elegant curves.
Headphone jack.
Using a specialized diamond cutting technique to give the frame a clean, modern look. On the back of the device, we centered the fingerprint scanner below the camera so that it's easier to reach. And now, all of these features blend seamlessly into the design of the phone. When it comes to color, this year we went big and bold. You can choose from 4 cool new colors. Ocean blue with a yellow S Pen,
Nice.
which is my favorite.
Yeah, I like that.
Lavender purple, metallic copper, and midnight black. Each designed to reflect the forward-looking style that Note users are looking for. We also added a flash of color to one of Note users' favorite features, and one that I use all the time, screen off memos. Now, no matter what color you choose, one thing remains the same.
So the blue phone's the only one that has a
Users
different
rely
color.
on their phones to explore their passions and to get things done. So with Note 9, we didn't just design a super powerful phone. We designed a phone that can keep up with you. Now, we all know the feeling of panic when your phone gets below 5%. You're waiting for your ride, watching your battery drain away, just praying that the car comes before you're stranded. Well, you shouldn't have to plan your day around your phone's battery life. That's why we created an all-day battery, the largest ever on a Note.
All-day battery.
No more worrying that your GPS will die right when you need it most. No more begging coworkers to borrow a charger.
All-day battery.
Instead, you can power through your entire day with just the phone in your pocket.
4,000 milliamps. Holy shit.
Right. Fact is, we need our phones to last all day. And we're storing more on them than ever before. So Note 9 starts at a minimum of 128 gigabytes. That's twice as much space as before. So you don't have to pick and choose which photos, videos, and apps you can live without.
128
With that amount of
gigabytes.
storage, you could download close to 670 hours of movies and TV shows. That's enough to get you through 30 round-trip flights from New York to Madrid. And that's just to start with. You can also get a 500...
So 128 gigabyte, I believe he said, minimum is the phone. It was what the phone comes with internally.
112 gig version.
You can also get a 512 gig version. But why would you want to when you can expand the storage on your own?
That's the one that I want. Just like its predecessors, Note 9 also comes with expandable storage. And get this.
That's amazing. I mean, you know, some people, you know, don't want to just you know, have the money and just like, nah, I'm not gonna go, you know, even though it's not that hard to get a micro SD card. Some people are just like, nah, like just fucking, I got the ducats. Give me the fucking 512 gigabyte version, and good. It's all in the phone. But you know, again, base model comes with 128 gigabytes. That's amazing. You know, you probably get 100 gigabytes out of that. Probably, you know, the 28 gigabytes probably goes towards phone storage. But anyway, still that's an amazing base. I mean, that alone is like enough for whatever. But then you could expand it on top of that. And imagine, so you can just get the, you know, cheaper one and expand it if you're, you know, that's a great way to do it. But if you've got the money and, you know, just want to get the 512 one, but even if you get the 500 whatever version, and you can expand the storage on top of that, that's crazy. Oh my god.
Soon, with Samsung's upcoming 512 gig micro SD card, you'll be able to get as much as 1 terabyte of memory.
Wow. So Samsung is coming out with a 512 gigabyte micro SD card, and he said if you combine that with the 500 gigabyte version of the phone, you get a terabyte of storage altogether. Crazy.
1 terabyte.
That's crazy to hear that on a phone. A terabyte of storage on a phone. We're truly reaching into upgraded, expanded territory here.
It's more than most laptops.
Excuse me. More than most laptops. Wow.
If you're always waiting for
that's a crazy point.
We wanted to make sure Note users could maximize performance, even when running
more than most laptops. That's a crazy
point. We gave
point.
Note 9 a cutting-edge 10-nanometer processor. And it also supports super fast network speeds, up to a staggering 1.2 gigabits per second, so you can stream smoother and download faster. But the ultimate test of all this power and speed is gaming. To get a truly great gaming experience on a smartphone, you need a device that packs a serious punch. But don't take it from me. Let's hear from someone who created one of the most popular games on the market today.
Fortnite.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the founder and CEO of Epic Games, Tim Sweeney.
Fortnite. And that was news to me. I heard that like the other day that Epic Games made Fortnite. That's the Gears of War makers made Fortnite. That's crazy.
It's great to be back at Unpacked. You know, the last time I was on Unpacked stage was for the launch of the Vulkan Graphics API back in 2016. It's crazy to think how much has changed at Epic Games since then, and we've been thrilled to be partners with Samsung for the entire time. You know, for starters, Epic Games launched our most successful game yet, Fortnite.
I can't believe Fortnite.
So today, there are over
I just gotta pause for a second. I remember when Fortnite, when still like PUBG was popular, and what the hell's the other one? The first-person shooter one. Not Paladins. That's well, that's one of them. But the Blizzard game. Oh my god, I don't know when that was like the top game, and PUBG and Fortnite. Some people were playing it on YouTube as they were doing their commentary over their commentary, and you know, it was just like, oh, what's this new game, but this little like sub game or this lower tier game people are playing now. It's one of these, you know, new games they're bringing out, and now Fortnite has become like
25 million people around the world building bases, gathering weapons, and getting ready for the next storm.
Million?
And judging by the tweets, just about every gamer wants to know the same thing. When is Fortnite coming to Android? So, about that, we're going to be launching the Fortnite beta on Android this week, and players with Samsung Galaxy devices are the first to be invited, starting right now.
Wow, players with Galaxy devices will be the first to be invited, starting right now, to the Fortnite.
Thanks. Also, gamers who play Fortnite on a Note 9 or Tab S4 will also get access to a special skin, Galaxy.
Oh, wow. They play on a Note 9 or an S.
Yeah, what really excites us about this partnership is that Samsung makes the best performing Android devices in the world. And the Note 9 represents a real revolution for mobile gaming, that brings a console-quality, 100-player Fortnite experience to Android. Now, Epic Games has always been on the cutting edge of mobile gaming, and together with Samsung, we're ushering mobile gaming into a new era of high-end games for gamers. And we can't wait to see how players around the world enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Oh, he's so like... he's like, gotta go on the stage.
We are really excited
He's not meant
about
for
this
like
partnership.
stage stuff.
Game worlds are bigger, combat is faster, and a moment of lag could mean the difference between victory or defeat. Performance is crucial. With a super fast processor, amazing graphics, powerful battery, and more storage than ever, Note 9 delivers the kind of performance that gamers need. And when it comes to games, we know that people want to be able to see and hear every single detail. So Note 9 comes with AKG-tuned stereo speakers, the loudest ever on a Note. For serious gamers, speed is everything.
Stereo
When your
speakers
processor
on the
heats
phone.
up, your gameplay slows down. Well, Note 9 comes with our industry-leading water carbon cooling system and a smart performance adjuster.
Water carbon
Really,
cooling
that just
system.
means that everything's going to run smoothly, even in the most intense gaming sessions. With Note 9, whatever you're doing, your phone works for you, giving you the performance that you need. And nowhere
They're
is
definitely
that
hitting
more
the marks
true
of like,
than with
whoa,
the
oh my god,
powerful,
new
intelligent
technology.
camera.
Like, want this phone? Like,
Back in February, we reimagined what a camera could do with an incredible dual aperture
Excuse me.
smartphone camera. Because when it comes to capturing a great photo, there's almost nothing more important than light. Just like your eye, Note 9's camera adapts to your environment. If you're out at night, the aperture widens to let in more light. And if it's a bright, sunny day, the aperture contracts to let in less light. So you can get a great shot anytime, anywhere. And thanks to its super speed,
going over camera
4-pixel
now.
image sensor, Note 9 comes with super slow-mo, which lets you make everyday moments epic by slowing them down to a fraction of a second. So we started with one of the most powerful smartphone cameras in the world. And now we're building on that foundation with Note 9's brand new intelligent camera. Now,
Intelligent
we all know
camera.
when it comes to taking great pictures, some things are always going to be out of our control. Maybe your friend blinked, maybe you didn't see the smudge on the lens until it was too late. Seriously, there's nothing worse than asking someone to take a photo of you and your friends, only to get your phone back and realize that the photo looks terrible. Well, now, whenever Note 9's camera detects a flaw, like closed eyes or image blur, it'll automatically notify you, so you can take another shot before the moment's gone. Note 9's camera...
So the camera detects closed eyes or image blur and sends you a warning. So if someone's taking a picture for you, it'll say, you know, take the fucking picture again. Someone may
also
have blinked.
uses scene recognition to identify different subjects like flowers, food, a variety of landscapes, and then based on the scene, it optimizes the color tones so that every shot you take is Instagram ready. Now, no matter how powerful your camera is, one thing it can't do is take a picture for you. My wife and I love to travel. In fact, we just got back from Mexico City a couple weeks ago. But there we go. No matter what we did and where we went, whenever we were taking a selfie, they all ended up looking pretty much the same, right? We tried to squeeze in, get in the same shot, but it was hard to not lose the scenery behind us. But what if you could take a better photo without all that hassle? Here, let me show you what I'm talking about.
I think I caught something about this.
We're
Let's
gonna
see.
take an unpacked group shot. Make my way over to the camera, and you know, this is just too cool of a moment. I don't think I want to take this one alone. I need to... Matt, you want to join me? All right, here we go. Let's get in here. All right. 1, 2, 3. I need my good side. Let's try this side. All right, ready? All right. 1, 2, 3. Need our album cover? Yeah, all right, there we go. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, looking good. Let's see. Perfect.
The phone was
there we
taking
go.
selfies for them?
Well, you might have noticed that I took those photos without even touching the phone. I used this.
Oh.
tell you all about Note 9's powerful new S Pen, please welcome my good friend and Tab S4 video sensation, John Wong.
Tab S4 video sensation? What?
What's up, New York City?
God.
I am pumped to be back at Unpacked, especially because this time it's in my own backyard. Like Drew, I've taken a lot of selfies, and it would have been super handy to have that S Pen. Since the very first note, the S Pen has been an essential tool for power users who want to do more with their smartphone.
So he took the selfie with the pen.
And
so he held the
as
pen.
You just saw, the new S Pen
and
has some pretty
went as
cool
far
new
back as
functions.
possible. Just like you don't have to hold the
Now,
phone like this.
It supports
you just put the
Bluetooth
phone
low
down.
energy to turn it into the ultimate remote control.
What did it say? It supports what?
Cool for power users who want to do more.
Rewind that.
with their
Rewind
smartphone.
that for a second.
And as you just saw, the new S Pen has some pretty cool new functions. That's because now it supports Bluetooth low energy to turn it into the ultimate remote
Bluetooth
control.
Low energy, so you could use it as a remote control. What the hell's low
With some
energy?
help from our partners, we've beefed up the S Pen. Now, you can use it to play and pause YouTube videos. So don't
Wow.
smudge the screen with my greasy pizza hands.
Wow, so wow, that's crazy. So you can use it, step back, press the button to take a selfie, so you don't have to just, go like this. You go as far back as possible, get as many people in as possible. He said you could use it to play and pause YouTube videos. The S Pen.
To capture snaps in Snapchat and take your selfie game to the next level. Or flip through some slides in Microsoft PowerPoint while working the room. Speaking of working the room, you can even use it to control something much, much bigger. In fact, I've been controlling this presentation with my S Pen.
What? He's been controlling the presentation with the S Pen.
I know, pretty cool,
So
eh?
the S Pen is a remote control
Check it
now
out.
too.
I can go backwards. I can go forward. All with a simple click of the S Pen. And that's not all.
That's crazy.
Right now, we're working with a handful of partners. Soon, we'll open up the SDK to everyone so that you all can come up with your own creative ways of using the S Pen. To charge the S Pen, just put it back in your phone. A full charge takes less than a minute and lasts a whole half hour.
Wow. So the S Pen charges by being simply placed into the phone. And he said it takes 1 minute to charge for a full half an hour.
Even better, you don't have to charge it to use all the other S Pen features you already know and love.
So to use it as a remote control, he said a minute, but on the screen it showed 40 seconds. To use it as a remote control, it charges in the phone. 40 seconds will give you a half hour charge. But you don't need to have it be charged if you're using all the old normal S Pen features, I guess drawing and stuff like that. As a remote control, it needs to be charged, but all the other features doesn't need to be charged. This is crazy, man.
The
This is
S Pen
awesome.
began as a simple way to jot down notes. Over the years, we made it better. We increased the pressure sensitivity. We made the tip finer so that it feels like a natural writing tool. And with these refinements, Note users saw something else. The potential for the S Pen to be a creative tool. A new way to express themselves and create amazing art. It's inspired us. So to nurture this creativity, we developed a digital community for S Pen artists to come together and share their work. PenUp currently has over 4 million subscribers. Artists are using the S Pen to create new masterpieces every day.
See, this phone I could see
We have
being
an
over
artist here today, a
$1,000.
sensation from across the pond. Please give a warm welcome to our special guest, Mr. Doodle.
Mr. Doodle! Who the fuck is this guy?
Hey, Mr. Doodle.
Hey, John.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's going great. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah. So I take it by your name, you're a fan of doodling?
You're pretty smart, John.
Thanks. And you like using the S Pen?
Yeah, sure do. Let me show you something.
Yeah, give us a quick sample here. Wow, you're super fast. Wait a minute.
What do you think?
That looks a lot like me. I don't know.
Nah.
Generous, add a little bit more hair.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's about right. That's awesome.
And that's just for starters. Let me show you something really special.
Sounds great. Can we check back in a few minutes?
Sure thing.
All right, thanks. The S Pen is core to the Note experience. You can use it to navigate the device, translate languages, and send live messages. And now, with Bluetooth connectivity, you can take pictures, lead presentations, and control your content. All with the S Pen.
Wow.
In the words of so many Note users, the S Pen is what makes a Note a Note. Of course, the S Pen isn't the only way to get things done with the Note 9, which brings me to my favorite thing, Samsung DeX. These days, yeah. Oh,
Samsung DeX. I believe this is the thing where you dock your phone
These days,
and it
your
becomes a
phone is
computer.
basically like a supercomputer that fits in your pocket. So why not extend that computing power to a bigger screen? Samsung DeX is a PC-like experience powered entirely by your Galaxy smartphone. With DeX built into the Note 9, all the computing power I need is in my pocket. DeX is designed for the work anywhere generation. And now, it's simpler and more convenient than ever. Because the only thing you need to start DeX is this. That's right. All you need is a single HDMI adapter. Just like the one you'd use to connect your phone to a TV. Let me show you.
So now to connect it, you don't need a dock. You just need like a little wire.
All I need to do to connect is this. It's as simple as that. I just plug in my Note 9 and I'm in DeX.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
He literally just plugged the phone into a screen. That's cool.
I already store my entire life on my phone, and with DeX, I can access it anywhere with an external display to get work done or just kick back and watch a video. Here's a Tab S4 video we released last week. That's a familiar face. Can't get enough of this guy, eh? Now, even while watching myself on the big screen using DeX, I can still use my Note 9 screen to do everything I normally would. For example, I could send a text message to some friends.
Wow. So you can have the phone plugged in, and at the same time, it's DeXing, and you could also still use the phone screen to do everything you would normally on your phone. The phone isn't stopped by DeX. It's like literally two separate things. That's cool. Very, very interesting stuff.
Browse the web.
Very push forward
I can even
stuff.
use my S Pen to take notes on my performance.
Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff.
Nailed it. Thanks. Very cool. With the new DeX, multitasking is easier than ever. And remember, it's all powered by my Note 9. And DeX doesn't just work with your phone. You can also use it with the device we just saw, the Tab S4, to turn it into a true productivity machine.
Now, I believe that was plugged into the charging port. So how the hell, you know, say you wanted a DeX and your phone battery was low? I'm not seeing a way to do that.
Combined with the S Pen, gives you an even larger canvas for your notes or your doodles. Speaking of which, let's check it in with Mr. Doodle to see how it's going. Hey, Mr. Doodle.
Hey, John. I switched over to the Tab S4 for the larger screen.
That's awesome, and I actually see that you're using it with Dex. How do you like that?
Yeah, it's brilliant for getting those smaller details, you know.
That's great. Mr. Doodle is using what we call the dual canvas experience on Dex. We created it with the Adobe Photoshop Sketch team. Now, it's easy to add the fine details so you can draw on the Tab S4 screen while seeing the bigger picture on the big screen. How's it going there?
Yeah, just a few more details and then it'll be finished.
Awesome.
There we go.
Why don't we go on stage and check it out?
Awesome.
Nice.
Oh,
Wow. That is absolutely incredible. Thanks so much. Let's hear it one more time for Mr. Doodle. Wasn't that amazing? And everything you just saw works on both the Tab S4 and the Note 9. From the all-day battery, to the intelligent camera, to the S Pen.
4,000 milliamps.
And of course, Dex. Our goal has always been to help you work
Oh, that's
smarter
cool. In Dex
and do
mode,
what you love.
you could use the phone
That's
as a
why
mouse with your
we created
finger.
this super powerful Note 9. And now, it's my pleasure to introduce another device to the Samsung ecosystem.
Another
One that
device.
brings power,
Oh, I think I
style,
caught a glimpse of
and
this.
connectivity right to your wrist. Our all-new Samsung smartwatch.
Samsung smartwatch.
Ladies and
Galaxy
gentlemen,
Watch.
please welcome Senior Director of Marketing, Alina Vivas.
I like how they all signed their names when they come out. Alina Vivas.
We heard you. You want your smartwatch to be connected without always relying on your phone or even your charger. Well, the Galaxy Watch is here. And it gives you the freedom to break away and still stay connected longer. People love that the Galaxy Watch looks like a real watch. With our signature circular bezel and rotating design, it's more than an aesthetic. It's an intuitive way to control your watch. You can choose between 2 different sizes, any number of straps, and over 60,000 watch faces.
It does look like
from
a
the Galaxy
regular
App
watch.
Store.
With the certain faces, yeah.
The Galaxy Watch has a high-res AMOLED display with an integrated touch function. It has military-grade durability and Corning Gorilla DX Plus glass for added strength and scratch resistance.
Military
And
grade.
It's water
metal
resistant,
one.
which
Water
means it's
resistant.
swim ready.
Very good. That's really good.
The Galaxy
For those
Watch
theme
is
park
designed
trips
so
when you go on the
want
water
to wear it
rides.
all day. And it's built so you can. It works perfectly with the new Note 9, or you can use it by itself with standalone LTE connectivity. So you can take off for a run without missing an important call or text. We're working with carriers around the world so you can stay connected no matter where you go. And now, the Galaxy Watch also has the battery life to keep up.
So she said you could use it standalone. So if you want to go for a run and leave your phone at home, you can take just the watch with you, and you won't miss a call or text or anything. So that would have to. She said it has LTE, so it has to have some sort of satellite thing in it. But I guess what happens is that you connect it with your phone, and when the phone gets a message or a call, it'll go to the phone first, but then the phone will send it up to the satellite and back down to your watch. So I believe you're still, using the phone. It's just you're interacting with it via satellite, which is still cool. You could just take it on your own if you want. So I guess if your phone is off, you can't really use the watch alone, only for time probably, or whatever apps you could use offline.
We built low-power architecture and next-generation panel-level package technology into the processor, created specifically for smartwatches. Simply put, you can use the Galaxy Watch for several days on a single charge.
Galaxy Watch, you can use it for several days on a single charge. Interesting.
You can even charge it at the same time as the Note 9 with our new wireless charger duo.
Wireless charger duo. Charge the watch and the phone at the same time.
With the Galaxy Watch, you're not tethered, you're connected. Now, one of the most significant things our watch connects to...
See, they mentioned this in the beginning. What I'm noticing here, and they're right, the difference between like the Apple presentations and this is that, Apple's like trying to convince you that, why they got rid of features, and they're trying to convince you, why they did this, why they did that. But Samsung here is like telling you, and they even said in the beginning, like I said, that they're connected with the people. They're implementing things that people want, and that helps people, not trying to tell you and convince you why you should like what they did, like Apple was doing in their presentations. Example like the headphone jack, like type thing. It's okay, it's brave, it's this and that. You like it because that's very interesting.
Is your health.
And that's big. It's huge. That's why I love
the
Galaxy.
Behind
They're connected with
health
people.
Is that all the devices in your life should work together to help make you the best version of yourself. That means three things. First, managing stress. It's important to take a break from your busy life, whether those breaks are physical or mental. The Galaxy Watch can monitor your heart rate and establish a personal baseline. And when it senses a big change, like presenting...
The Galaxy Watch can monitor your heart rate and your stress level, and basically tell you, like, you need to take a fucking break, or you're being too stressed right now. I like that. That's really cool.
And Unpacked can offer you a breathing guide to calm you down.
So if you're at your job and, you're getting, your watch is telling you you're getting stressed, you could be like, listen, you're stressing me, bitch. Like, you're stressing me. I'm taking a break, bitch.
Second, staying fit. Because sometimes...
And it also, like, lets you know, like, honestly, if you're thinking of, like, switching jobs, and your job's making you not feel that good, you get this watch, and, like, you'll be like, you know what? I knew it, but this watch, seeing it, like, this job is fucking stressing me out. I think I am gonna go with my decision to switch careers or switch jobs. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we want our heart rates to be high.
Or like
when we're at the gym.
Or if you're somewhere where it doesn't make you feel good, and you look at your watch, like, you know what, this place, I was right about these people or this place. Like, this shit is stressing me out. It's so kind of funny.
The watch is designed to make our workouts productive and easy to track.
That's good for health too. That's a really good feature for the watch.
And it even detects 6 of the most common exercises automatically. Whether you're in a studio or in your own living room, you can make the most out of your workout.
Yeah, monitoring your heart rate and your stress level on the watch, that's really turns it into like a personal health band too, not just a watch. You know what I mean?
Supports you while you're working and working out. Third, getting good rest. The watch keeps track of your sleep patterns. It can tell you how long you were asleep and how much quality rest you got.
Wow.
With the Galaxy Watch, the Note 9, and the Samsung Health app all working together, you get a full picture of your health and the power to monitor and manage it.
Wow, that's on. Tells you how long you slept, the quality of your sleep.
It's smart, and it helps you manage your busy day.
Even if you're not sure how long you
Every
slept,
morning,
like that's good to.
I
It'll
check
tell
my
you like how
watch.
long you slept. I mean.
Actually, first coffee, then I pull up the weather report, my schedule, my to-do list, so I know what to expect. And here's my favorite part. With the new My Day watch face, the watch syncs with my calendar, so I can see when I'm free or busy with just a glance. The Galaxy Watch helps you stay connected to your work, your life.
That's awesome. If you have to schedule something, am I busy at that time? Oh yeah, I am actually. Or that day, you know, it's kind of cool.
And your health, no matter where you are or what you're doing.
They really are like focusing on, you know, they're connecting with people. Like I said earlier, I should just said
the groundbreaking
Bixby.
AI platform we built into Note 9. And to tell you more, please welcome Jisoo Yi.
Yeah, the guy was right. He's like, no, they're really focusing on stuff that is for you, that helps you, and that people
Thanks so
want.
much,
That's the
Elena.
big difference, you know. And that's
Under
humanity.
Junior.
That's what's up. That's how we're
From the
gonna
very
drive
beginning,
forward and move forward.
Bixby was designed with a simple purpose: to help you get things done. We are continuously refining Bixby, so now on Note 9,
The antenna
it is
bars
more
with two different
conversational,
sizes.
more personal, and useful. So when two people have a conversation, we build upon each other. So now can Bixby also can have a conversation with you too. So let me show you. So this is the new Bixby 화면 screen. So I need concerts in Brooklyn over Labor Day weekend. Oh, it's live demo.
Didn't understand that.
You shouldn't. I need a concert in Brooklyn over Labor Day weekend.
I found these concerts in Brooklyn, New York during the Friday, August 31st weekend.
Bixby already knows that Labor Day weekend begins August 31st, so that it shows some concert in that period of time. That's good. Let's try another
That's
date.
good.
How about the first weekend in October?
Found these concerts in Brooklyn, New York during the Friday, October 5th weekend.
Thank you. So Bixby, remember that we are talking about concerts in Brooklyn. That means that I don't need to repeat myself. This is what I mean by more conversational. Being conversational is good, but that's not enough. When you talk to your close friends, they already know who you are, what you like. Bixby won't replace your best friend, I hope, but it is designed to do
Bixby
similar things.
won't
For example,
replace your best friend, I hope.
I need good restaurants in New York.
That's fine.
There are some restaurants in New York, New York.
Voila! Bixby knows that I like French food, so it listed a French restaurant at the top. Let's check it out. It looks great. There's wine and cheese, and also some Brazilian food as well. I want
It
to
looks
make a
great. There's
reservation,
wine and cheese.
So let me press the button at the bottom.
Should I make the reservation?
As you can see, Bixby has already filled in the number of people in my party and the reservation time based on my previous bookings. All I have to do is tap the reserve table button.
Reservation details sent to email.
That's it. This is what I mean by more personal. Oh, by the way, I also want to know how to get there. So let's press navigate button here.
That's cool. Opens up right up to Google Maps.
So 23 minutes, not too far from here. Great.
Not too far from
So
here.
I can do
Great.
that.
This guy's so
Now,
great.
some of you might have noticed that even though I look for concert tickets or reserve a table, I never actually said the words Ticketmaster or Yelp. In fact, I haven't installed those apps yet because this is brand new Note 9. It just worked. This is what I mean by more useful. You can applause. Cut.
You can applaud.
So we are working with many partners to build a seamless integration into Bixby. This means that users can access many of their favorite services in a snap. For our partners, they can reach out many more potential users. You may have also noticed that Bixby works with Google Maps. That's right. We are working with Google to make sure Bixby works well with some of their key services. And of course, if you say, hey Google, to your Note 9, Google Assistant will be there for you. But this is an Unpacked event, so let me try one more example of how Bixby works. I need a ride to JFK.
Fare for this ride will be $49.11. Ready to request ride?
You can clap.
You can clap. This guy's the man.
With just 6 words and an Uber account, I can order a car to the airport. I never have to open an app, explain myself, or fill in the details. This is power of conversational, personal, and useful Bixby. So, all the experiences you've seen here today,
I gotta say, Bixby's kind of cool. Like, it's cool to say, like, call this person or call or text this person, and it does it like right away. Bixby's pretty cool. Like, you hold down that button, you like call this person, blah blah. Or if you, like I said with the text, instead of like if maybe you're doing something and you can't really go through all the menus, just click text, click that person, whatever. You just like text blah blah blah, and it'll go boop boop boop, and it'll go to that person. It'll open up your text message with them, and then you could even like just keep one-handing it from there and like talk and say your message, or then you're ready to type instead of when you're ready. Red Dead Redemption 2 official gameplay video. Interesting. Cool. I'll have to check that out today. Also, quick little intermission here. Just I have to read this too. Rare employee never thought he'd see King K. Rool as a playable in Smash Brothers Ultimate. Regrets not giving him a better name. No, don't regret. King K. Rool is King K. Rool. Let's leave that. Oh man. Yeah, alright, so let's play this.
are only possible because of our amazing partner. Thank you. With their services and our innovative AI technologies, we are making Bixby better than ever. So far, you've seen what Bixby can do on Note 9. But what if everything I just showed you also brought inside your home? Well, today, for the first time, we are unveiling a brand new product that brings together Bixby, amazing sound, and elegant design. Are you ready?
This I think I caught a glimpse of too. Sounds of someone entering their home, putting their keys down. They say, "Hi, Bixby." It looks like it's gonna be
Play music.
I wonder if we're gonna look back on this one day and be like, "Oh, remember when we just like talked to these little boxes? And now we have robots now." Like, I don't know. So it looks like Samsung. It looks like Samsung is bringing out their own kind of little, you know, Google box, Samsung box, whatever you call it, Amazon Echo type thing. Oh, what happened? Yep. Looks like a wine glass, like the top shape of it.
All the sound you just heard came from these 160 Galaxy homes.
All the sound you just heard came from these.
So when we designed this speaker, we set out to deliver high quality sound.
Wow, the whole sound just played from all those speakers.
Every aspect of Galaxy Home is engineered to make your music sound amazing. It has elegant circular form factor with 6 mid to high range speakers that send the sound in every direction. And it has a
sounds very high quality.
That provide deep, rich bass as well. And with the Harman's natural sound processing, you get a realistic surround sound experience.
How big is this
like
thing?
You are right in the middle of a live concert.
I thought it was like
We've
a small.
also integrated Harman sound steer technologies, which detects your location and optimize sound based on where you are in the room. Just say, "Hi Bixby, sound steer," and the music is directed right at you.
What?
As I mentioned.
So you say, "Hi Bixby," and it detects where you are in the room, and it'll focus the sound more towards that way or this way, depending on where it heard you from. That's interesting.
Before, the Galaxy Home also has Bixby and the SmartThings Hub built right in. So it gives you instant access to the largest open ecosystem of smart devices using only your voice. So it is as easy saying, "Hi Bixby." The Galaxy Home also has 8 microphones for far-field voice recognition. They'll pick up that voice command from clear across room. This is just first look at this amazing speaker. We are excited to share more details about it soon.
8 microphones. First look, more details coming soon.
So Galaxy Home is perfect example of
it is kind of big.
How we are expanding our ecosystem
I thought it was like a small little
devices. We are also expanding services, as I showed you earlier. These expansions are only possible with a scalable AI platform, which is Bixby. And we will be sharing a lot more about our vision and the detailed technology behind it at the Samsung Developer Conference. I really, really hope to see you all there.
More at the Samsung Developer Conference.
And now, please welcome back to the stage, Drew Blackard.
Thanks, Jisoo. As you
Jisoo.
just heard, seamless connection is a key part of our vision to integrate all of our devices into a unified, open ecosystem. There are a lot of smart devices in our lives these days, and we at Samsung have always believed that all your devices, whether you carry them in your pocket, wear them on your wrist, or install them in your home, should work together effortlessly to bring you one continuous experience. As you heard from DJ at the beginning of the show, that's the promise of the Samsung ecosystem. And we work every day to deliver on that promise. How are we making this all happen? By infusing our ecosystem and all the devices within it with intelligence. Take the Galaxy Home, for example. As you just heard from Jisoo, it's a powerful speaker with Bixby built right in. But even the best speaker isn't worth much if you don't have access to great music. More than any other art form, music touches every moment of our lives. It's a huge part of my life. I have a playlist for my morning run, my evening commute, and just about everything in between.
About 10 minutes
Of course,
left.
the days of listening to music on just one device are long over. Today, half of all millennials are listening to music on as many as 3 different devices. And too often, those devices, they don't work so well together. That's why we're dedicated to making music available right in. But even the best speaker isn't worth much if you don't have access to great music. More than any other art form, music touches every moment of our lives. It's a huge part of my life. I have a playlist for my morning run, my evening commute, and just about everything in between. Of course, the days of listening to music on just one device are long over. Today, half of all millennials are listening to music on as many as 3 different devices. And too often, those devices, they don't work so well together. That's why we're dedicated to making music available wherever you are, whatever you're doing.
What the fuck?
That's why we're dedicated to making devices, they don't work so well. Of course, the days of listening to music on just one device are long over.
Long over?
Today, half of all millennials are listening to music on as many as 3 different devices. And too often, those devices, they don't work so well together. That's why we're dedicated to making music available wherever you are, whatever you're doing, at home and on the go. It's a big goal, and we knew we couldn't do it alone. So we started searching for a new music partner to join us on this mission. A partner who's committed, like us, to helping you access just about any song you want, to keep track of the artists you love, and to discover new music tailored perfectly to your tastes. We had to make sure that they share our values and are committed long-term to helping people enjoy music in new ways. Lucky for us, and more importantly, lucky for you, we found the perfect fit. We are so excited to introduce our go-to music partner for our multi-device ecosystem, a meaningful long-term commitment to help consumers discover and enjoy music in ways that have never before been possible.
Emphasis on the you, the whole show, like for you, listening to you, making this for you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
very important.
Please welcome CEO of Spotify, Daniel Eck.
Eck.
All right.
These names.
Thank you, everyone.
Daniel Eck.
It's really great to be here at Unpacked. When we created Spotify, we had a simple goal.
I gotta correct myself real quick. I think I just saw I heard this, I think for, was it Comic-Con or E3 or something? They give the people wristbands that interact. That's what the lights were. In the beginning I said that people were watching it on their laptops or something. I don't know. I thought people like news people that were typing stuff up and watching it on their laptops, but then that was creating the light in the crowd, and it almost looked like synchronized. But no, they have wristbands on. I just saw it like I said, I heard this at a previous thing. I think it was Comic-Con that they started doing this with the wristbands, and it makes the crowd become part of the light show. Anyway,
accessible to everyone while supporting the artists who created it. And since then, we changed how the industry works. We made it easier than ever for people to discover new music,
and for artists to find and connect directly with their fans while also getting compensated for their work. We examined how people use Spotify, and we know that listeners stream different kinds of music at different times, in different places, and most importantly, on different devices.
I would say they're powering down now.
And we think music should be easy to access on all of your devices. And we want it to be as seamless to switch from one device to another. So the partnership we're announcing with Samsung today is a true cross-platform listening experience. You know, Samsung makes devices for every aspect of our lives. It's really everything from smartphones and TVs to tablets, speakers, watches, and even refrigerators. And we have designed Spotify to deliver personalized music to consumers around the world, wherever they are, and on as many devices as possible. It's a really great fit. And to show us how it all works together, let's bring back Drew.
Thanks, Daniel. As we were just talking about, I'm always listening to music on the way home from work. It's usually a Spotify playlist. Last week on my Discover Weekly, this song came on. It's a good one. So I'm driving home. When I get home, I usually go into the living room, watch some TV. So a prompt will come up automatically when I get into the living room. And all I have to do is hit one button to push that right into the living room TV. Sounds great, didn't miss a beat. But when I get home from work, usually I'm pretty hungry. Maybe I want to go to the kitchen, cook up some dinner. Good thing I've got a Galaxy Home in the kitchen. So all I have to do is hit play on the Galaxy Home. So
cool how these things are seamless.
I go, it's one seamless interaction. Back to you, Daniel.
Once again, ease of use for you instead of hey, let's convince
today,
you on how to
Spotify becomes
like these things that we want you to like.
On a Samsung device from the very beginning.
The big thing with this
so for
show
example,
here, how they're advertising
when someone
you.
buys a phone, the user can easily discover the Spotify app on Samsung's Smart Switch, and soon Samsung Smart TV users will be able to link their Spotify and Samsung accounts through the SmartThings app. It's really a new level of integration that will allow Spotify to be easily accessible and discoverable on Samsung devices. But this isn't just for phones. Spotify is also on Samsung TVs and launching on Galaxy Home speakers. And soon, you'll be able to control Spotify through Bixby, and will also be integrated in Samsung Music. So this
Spotify
will really
through
allow
Bixby.
listeners to receive recommendations from Spotify, discover new playlists, and create new musical experiences. And our partnership will make discovering new music feel easier than ever before. Fans can quickly access music on Spotify and then move their music seamlessly between devices. And as we move forward with this partnership, we believe this out-of-the-box experience will only become more frictionless. And in the future, we envision deeply integrated Spotify experiences on Samsung devices. And we're talking about hundreds of millions of devices. So at Spotify, we're really excited about what we're launching now and what we'll be able to develop with Samsung in the future. Thank you. Thanks, DJ.
Yeah, well done, Daniel.
Well, we're very excited, of course, to do this
Great.
partnership.
Super excited.
Thank you.
Ah, the man is back. The president.
Thank you.
Samsung Mobile. Super excited, yes.
With Spotify, Samsung Galaxy users
Samsung Galaxy
are
users
able to enjoy seamless music experience
Seamless.
across all our devices. We are super excited about today's announcement. It's just the start of things to come. As I said earlier, we love create the new Note. And I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to the Samsung team here in the US and all the Samsung teams around the world.
All the
who
Samsung.
help make this great new product possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Definitely some natural.
To make the world
Let me let the man finish talking.
Even more powerful, even more innovative.
Who?
I can't wait to see how you use it in ways we never imagined to achieve more than we ever thought possible. So I'm excited to announce that the Galaxy Note 9 will be available beginning on August 24th.
August 24th, this month. Wow.
But our commitment goes beyond the most advanced and powerful smartphone. We believe the future of connected devices and seamless experiences begins here and begins now. From the speakers for your home, to the watch on your wrist, to the music.
I like how they all interact. That's really cool. Very seamless, very natural,
everything
very healthy.
Today is
Wow.
a step forward
I don't know about that.
into an open and
Well,
connected
I think
world
what I
of
meant by that was
experiences.
the easier the smart shit is, it is healthier because it could be too stressful to deal with all this
Inspire us
these
to
devices and
push
all this shit.
through barriers and make the Note better every year. It's not easy every year, frankly speaking. So let me end by saying thank you.
He's doing the Bret Hart again.
There is no one like you.
No, like you.
There's nothing like the Note. Thank you.
Look at all the love. Look at all the respect these people are giving to people. He's like, there's nobody like you. You are... This is for you, or else what are we doing? You know? Wow, having the screen on the floor really makes the stage pretty crazy. It looks like it's 3D or something. Really awesome stuff. But like I said, the more simplified all this shit is, the better. Because this technology could really stress people out, but they're really doing things for you, like they kept stressing. Excuse me. That blue and gold, man. Love it. Oh my god. Really love it. Oh, what is this? Oh, now they're bringing all the tables out for people to come try this stuff. That's really cool. Awesome show. Amazing show. Respectful show. Clean show. Healthy show. A show with air. Ah, I can breathe it. Why do these people look so funny waving? They're just like... Some of them look normal, some of them just like... Here come the people onto the stage to go check out all the tables that they just brought out onto the stage and check out the Galaxy Note 9. Wow. I guess they're doing a few people at a time. Or maybe not. Go more people. Oh, that was an awesome show. That was very clean, like I said. Let's
The note.
Now I want to get on that
Thank
blue.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
The color scheme almost has me, man. I want it just for the the blue and gold. Oh man, it's my grade school color. I love that school. That was a great experience. Blue and gold, love it. Love those colors. Man, and I like how like the blue and gold one's like the main one, and the blue one is the only one that has a different color S Pen, and that's the yellow. All the other ones, the S Pen matches the color, like the black one, the pink one, the purple one. It's not. It's a copper or something. It's not pink. That pen matches the color of the phone, or the back of the phone. The front's black, because they have so many like little cameras and sensors and things on there. They've been keeping the front black with their phones to kind of like almost make that a more clean look, or if that was like a brighter color, you would see all these little like, million dots, like the camera, the sensor, the thing, and that. So yeah. So here it is, the Galaxy Note 9. Wow, I'm really loving it. I really feel like this new president. He said he's been president since 2016. And this guy's killing it. He's been killing it. Like these phones, ever since after the Note 7, have been ridiculous. Like I said, the Galaxy S8 is amazing. I love it. Probably the first phone that I'm going to keep. And that's the big question that we're going to answer, right? So after this event, how do I feel? Am I going to go back to the Note? Or am I going to stick with what I said and keep this phone that I have now for the first time in a long time and lower my bill? So I'm still probably going to keep my phone and lower my bill. And why? The main reason is the size. And the screen's even bigger. It's a point bigger this year. It's 6.4. 6.3 has previously been the biggest screen. Now we have 6.4. And wow. Wow. 6.4 screen. This phone's gonna be huge. I can't wait to try it. I can't wait to get it in my hands and hold it and stuff. I assume the edges are gonna be like the S9, and I said like I like the edges of the S8, and that's how the Note 7 was too. It's rounded. I mean, it's not bad. If someone gave me the S9 for free, you know, I'd be like, whatever, you know. It looks just like the S8 pretty much, just the way it feels on the edges. And that brings me back, that harkens me back to when the Galaxy S3 and the S4, and the Galaxy S3 was my first Galaxy ever. And I remember that was like, whoa, look how big this fucking screen is, holy shit. And now it's like, I wonder how big that screen actually was. And then the Galaxy S4. I remember at the time, someone I knew, they had got the S4, but they had held my phone, and I had the S3 at the time. And, what was it? Yeah, I had the S3. And they were like, if I did this over or something, I would have got the S3 because I like the way it feels better. But the S4, is power-wise, was great. S3 was great. You know, the Galaxies have been consistently amazing. You know, and I remember when I got the S5. You know, I usually try to do like every 2 years if I'm going to do that. And there's been times where I kept phones for years and years. But I believe that the S3 had just, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I had the upgrade. I think that the phone broke or something. I dropped it. Oh, I think the S3, because I wasn't doing cases at that time. So I had dropped the S3 a bunch of times, and that phone was fucking a beast, I guess, you know, because I dropped it and there was nothing wrong with it a million times. And then this, oh, and yeah, and I've dropped it like on concrete, that phone, the S3. It's like fell out of the car and everything. that doesn't happen anymore. I make sure that stuff doesn't happen, because now these phones are, you know, glass pretty much all around, you know. But I don't like doing that in general. But I don't know why with the S3, for some reason specifically, just that phone, I had dropped a million times. I don't know why. And is it because of the grip and how it felt? I don't think so. I think I was just being stupid and careless and thinking like, oh, this phone's so strong and so advanced that like you could drop it and it's like nothing wrong with it. It's kind of like bringing it back to the Nokia days. So I kind of was just acting careless, more careless, stupidly. But then one day, it fell off of like a coffee table in my house, like the smallest drop, and it was just like free peep. And that little drop was like the last straw. I think that's what led me to the S5. Anyway, the S5 screen, I remember when I opened that box, I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is like truly a tablet. The screen size, you know. And a funny little side note with the S5, I remember that phone, again, no case, and I think I was coming off of the S3, thinking, you know, whatever, but that phone wasn't as strong, supposedly. I remember it fell out of my pocket while I was wearing, like, sweatpants. I was like, Jesus Christ, I just got the phone, too. And that little drop messed up the speaker, and I went back to the store, and I was on, like, the absolute last day, and it was nighttime, too. So it was down to the final hours, and I didn't even realize of being able to return this thing. And I was like, oh my God, thank God. You know, wow. So I was able to turn and get a new S5, and I was much more careful ever since then, you know, with my phones. I always was, like, for some reason, like I said, just with the S3, I was stupid. But we learn, right? We advance, we learn, we go through things, and we say, what the hell? I don't know. Anyway, so what the hell, what was my point in all this? I don't even know. Screen size, or my first Galaxy, and man, so yeah, I would love to try this phone. I love everything about it, except, did they say price? I don't think they said a price, but they said August 24th. I'm sure if you go to pre-order it now, you can see the price. Let's check that out, actually. Let's see if we can pull that up. Galaxy Note 9 pre-order. Let's try that first. Now, let's do price. Let's just do price. Galaxy Note 9 price. Let's see what comes up. So, price coming soon. But that's right, there is two versions. There's the 128 gigabyte version, which 128 gigabytes used to be like, whoa, like the premium max version of phones, and now that's standard. Even like when 64 gigabytes became standard, it was like, whoa. 32 was great, 64 was like, oh man, that's crazy. And now we're up to like some Super Saiyan 2 shit. 128 gigabytes standard, 512 gigabyte option also. And you almost ask yourself, why would they do that? You know, why would they even make that version when the storage is expandable? 128 gigabytes is like, you know, more than enough for the average person. I think it's just the move to be more premium, just to show that there's two versions, sends out a signal to the average person that this is a very premium buying experience. You know, there's premium options. It's not just like, some people might be like, oh, you know, why is it there only this version? Is this phone cheap? You know, it's, these places have psychologists working. Every company, every major place or company has psychologists working for them, and that plays into the price. Well, some companies don't care; they just fucking make the price number. But yeah, that plays into the price. That plays into something like this. Why have two versions? But excuse me, having those two versions led them to be able to say that, and it also led them to be able to advertise their new 512 gigabyte micro SD card, and that combined with the 512 version of the phone, they were able to, that led them to say that if you buy the 512 gigabyte version of the phone, and then the 512 gigabyte version of our new micro SD card, and you combine those, that equals over a terabyte of storage. And he also said more than most laptops today, which is a really crazy fact that the phones have that. But yeah, the screen size is probably going to lead me to stick with the phone that I have now, because I really love the phone that I have now, the Galaxy S8. I love the way it feels. Ever since the Note 7, and especially the Galaxy S8, these phones don't feel like they're constantly playing catch-up. And maybe it has to do with this new president since 2016. My Galaxy S8 feels like a powerhouse. To me, and I've mentioned this before, like talking to myself, but now I could share this with you. The Galaxy S8 to me kind of feels like when you buy a TV. You buy a TV and you expect it to be something that's going to last years and years and years and years and years, hopefully. That's the way the Galaxy S8 feels. It feels like a powerhouse that can last you a very long time, years and years and years and years and years. Before that, and before the Note 7, even the Galaxy S7, like, these phones always felt like they were playing catch-up. Maybe it was the software, too, was playing catch-up, but the Galaxy S8 feels like a powerhouse that can last well into the years. So I am probably still going to keep my phone, finally, for the first time in a long time, instead of trading it in when the time period's over, and, you know, lowering my bill. Instead of paying these, the phone fee, too, on top of the already, the fee of the, service. Otherwise, though, if they had a 5.8 inch size screen or version of this phone, I would still have to look at it and see how it feels on the side. That might intrigue me to do it, but still, I love my S8 so much, but I did love the S Pen, but it's like so if they had a 5.8 inch screen, I don't know. I still couldn't give you a definitive answer. I would still have to feel it and try it out, like I said, because I do love my phone so much here. But as of right now, and it makes sense, like I said, they want that room for the battery. They're probably never going to make a smaller Note again, to never avoid that battery issue. And plus, they're able to tout all these things now, like 4,000 milliamp battery. What? I believe the Galaxy S8 has a 3,000 milliamp battery, and that lasts me all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, heavy use, maybe just barely getting home. Not even. No, I remember the days when if you used your GPS on your phone, oh my god, it would drain your phone in 2 seconds. I remember the days when they even alluded to something like that in the beginning, like, oh, if you shut this off, you shut that off, save power, save battery. If I shut this off and change this, and if I delete apps, now they're trying to say, like, you don't have to do that anymore, because with the new technology in the phone and the battery size, it's gonna last you all day. Well, like I said, look, as an example, my phone lasts me all day now, right? What did the Note 7 have? Did the Note 7 have a 3,500? What was that? I believe the Note 7 had a 3,500 battery, and that was, I remember going down, not going down, but like, getting the S8, the smaller version, which was the same size as the Note 7, but they obviously making the battery smaller, so there's more room in the phone, so the batteries don't, expand and not have enough room anymore like the Note 7 did. Man, Note 7. Anyway, I've kind of gotten over it, I guess. I love the Note Galaxy S8 so much. But, yeah, I mean, 3,000 lasts me all day, and this has a 4,000. My God, an extra 1,000. Like, you know what I mean? That's awesome. That's crazy. But yeah, I love the emphasis this whole show, and the guy even made it a point to mention it in the beginning, and, it was important to, part of this whole thing, him talking about it, was that this is for you we make these products for you. We listen to you, and we're not making these products. He even said, like, we're not trying to tell you what we think is good for you or something like that in one word or another. He's referring to Apple, I guess, the Apple shows where they're like, no headphone jack. We know you don't want that, but we're going to tell you why we want it, so you should want it. He's like, no, this is all about you. And the Note, and they're acknowledging that the Note was built on the people, and they even showed in the beginning all the criticism the Note got for having such a big screen, and how people were making like a big deal out of it, like, oh my god, like, look at how this fits in my pocket, which now the phones are even bigger than the original Note, and they fit fine in your pocket the way they designed them specifically. Samsung phones, Apple phones, with the same size screens, the phones shaped differently, so they feel like even bigger phones. But still, these phones are still bigger than the original Note. And they showed how all the news reports and everything go, oh my god, this thing's a monster, this thing's what are they thinking? And then the news reports changed years later, and how the people love the Note, and how it's such a big thing. And this new president is the man. He's really doing awesome stuff. He's acknowledging human things. He's connected with the people, and he's saying the Note was built. We took a kind of a risk. We knew how great it, and the potential that it had, and we hope that people embrace that, and they did. And the Note is built on like fan favoritism and passionate fans. And like I said, I felt that when I got the Note 7. That was my first Note. And I really was like, okay, I get it. I love the Note. It was like something about it, and that S Pen is so great, convenient. It's something about when I had the Note 7 that really made me feel like I didn't have a phone, which equated to less stress or something. I don't know. I was able to put it down and just be like, like this is something I just use for like business, and like just the ability to like be able to actually write made it more human or something, or less stressful. I don't know. Which is kind of true, because someone calls you, I gotta write something down, you gotta open your phone, you gotta click into this, then type it with your thumbs. The Note, you gotta tell me something? Hold on. Take the phone out, don't gotta press nothing. You just take the pen out and it knows, okay, you gotta write something. You just write it. And it was so like instant and human and whatever. And yeah, I guess, but I don't know. Like I said, the Galaxy S8 to me, the regular size, same size as the Note 7, same shape on the sides, and it was a more advanced phone, so I wound up really loving this phone. And like I said, I'm probably going to keep it, so I could lower my bill and stuff like that. Let's see what else we got here. They had the watch, which was cool. I really loved the health things of the watch, and how it, like, the watch managed your heart rate and your stress level, and it could really help you. Like I was saying before, if you're feeling a certain way about something, or a certain job, or certain people you're around, and like, especially for like younger kids even, like that they're hanging around people that they have a bad feeling about, but not sure, and then look at the watch and like, oh, look at my stress level in this situation around these people, or like at this job, I was digging the switch in jobs, and I think, this is kind of showing me that I should, just in general, like, if you're not sure about something, that could really help you with your health in general, and let you know and reassure you, like you're being stressed or something. It also monitors your sleep, how good you sleep, how long you slept. Sometimes, like, you wake up, how long did I sleep? Why? Oh, it was just I fell asleep. I think this time. I don't know. You kind of have an idea, but you're not exactly sure. But I slept this many hours. Okay, and the watch, I really liked the watch. I really did. I really liked those health and just well-being monitors inside the watch. I love the seamlessness of all these things, and that was another important thing that they were talking about. And like I said, this technology get really stressful. The more seamless it is, the more it seems like less of technology and more seamless and healthy and beautiful, the more healthy people will be. And they're really taking the weight off with the seamlessness, and that's good. Which can also kind of lead to like you using more tech, and you're still becoming more reliant on tech and talking to things, and have things constantly listening to you. You know what I mean? So that's, you know, I'm happy I was born the time I was born in, because it was the perfect midpoint where like we know all this technology, but we also know a world without it. So I have no problem like shutting my phone off and disconnecting, because I know life is possible by doing that. I don't know how that affects younger people. If younger people naturally, innately know that by disconnecting this stuff there is life, or like, I don't know, are people so used to, I'm sure some people are so used to like all this connectivity that I can't shut these things off, I can't, you know, and therefore you're constantly, no matter how seamless it is, you might be constantly tethered to technology, and that's not a really healthy thing. But, you know, disconnect, but when you are connected, it makes it more seamless, which is a positive thing. And also, the watch, if they said if you want to go for a run and just take the watch, you could do everything from there, still get your calls. Obviously, like I said, it's probably still connected to your phone. You probably still have to have your phone on in your house, and via satellite it comes down to your watch. But yeah, you could leave the phone at home and just take your watch. That's really a healthier thing. That's really a positive thing as far as like, you know, disconnecting from tech and making the tech lighter, and stuff like that, and just helping you kind of get used to not relying and taking all this tech with you, and just disconnecting as close as possible or more, kind of getting used to connecting with life more than tech. You know? But they're both great. They're both, life is beautiful, tech is beautiful, but yeah, you got to be able to disconnect from tech, and there, you know, there is a life without it. But like I said, if you use this tech, making it more seamless, more light, more beautiful, more flowy is definitely a positive thing and a more healthy thing. But yeah, hopefully people don't think that it's so light that I could still be connected to this tech constantly. Because even if as light as possible, still being connected to tech constantly, no matter how light it is or minute it is, it's still like, I think you still need a break every now and then. Anyway, it's my health tangent, I guess. They finally announced their Bixby Home thing, which is smart by them, because, you know, people want like a seamless thing. But I even liked how the guy said, he was like, if you want to use Google Assistant, you could still do it. You know, it's still there. They're not afraid to talk about other things. But he's like, but this is a Unpacked event, the Galaxy Unpacked, so let's get back to Bixby. You know what I mean? Let's talk more about Bixby. Yeah, so they're just making more of like the... it's not even the ecosystem. They're going beyond that and making it seamless, which is even better, because like an ecosystem kind of infers that all these things you have interact, but you still have to press more buttons and shit to get it to work. It'll work, but you might, you know, this, they're focusing more on like seamlessness instead of the word ecosystem, because it's just more like walking from one room to another. You might have to press one little click, and that's better. You know what I mean? If you're going to do an ecosystem, that's the leveled up, advanced, futuristic, more healthy way to do it. And it's just smart for them to be like, hey, you know, make everything connect. If you might have this thing, but if you get our Samsung thing with the Bixby, your connecting will be even more healthy, more seamless, and more just, you know, free flowing, and you might press less buttons, and that's a good selling point too. But overall, I'm really impressed. I think there's a lot of awesome advancements, and there's always going to be awesome advancements if you have this attitude, and their attitude is listening to the people. And if you're listening to the people, there's always going to be awesome advancements to do, because tech is always changing. The world is kind of changing, which might make things shift this way or one way. So you edit, your future tech based on the shiftings. You edit your future tech based on the new tech that comes out, and just life in general. And so yeah, if the world's always moving forward, and like I said, things might be swaying or becoming bigger or more need or less need, new tech. And if you have this attitude, there will always be interesting reveals to do, because if you're listening to the people and making things for the people, people always have like I said, things are constantly either flowing or changing or advancing or going bigger or smaller. So there'll always be something to an exciting human announcement to make, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, the phone is awesome. I think the size for me, like I said, is the only thing that would hold me back from getting this. I love the color scheme. I love the advancements. Oh, and then the fact that you could use the pen as a remote. I forget if you were able to kind of do that in the past, but now it's really like coming to its own. Like the pen really kind of has its own like identity. It's like the pen grew up and is now able to go out into the like world, or able to go to high school, or able to go to college, but on its own. It's that the pen is not a kid anymore. The pen is like a young adult now that has its own identity. So instead of taking selfies holding the phone, you can step more back if you want and use the pen as a remote and just like click, and you could just actually get in the selfie instead of being maybe sometimes like you're in the front and you have to fit everyone else in the frame. You could just get back there with everyone else. Maybe like being in the front, I don't know. But yeah, to get a better picture, get in the frame, a more classic style picture, get in the frame with everyone else, use the pen as the remote. I said use the pen as the remote to, pause and play YouTube videos and stuff like that. And they also said, that was crazy, to charge the pen, it just needs to be in the phone, and it just takes 40. The guy said a minute. On the screen, it showed 40 seconds. So in between 40 seconds to a minute to get fully charged. And a full charge, the pen could work 30 minutes on its own. Just for the remote features, though. But other than that, like all like the writing with the pen doesn't need the charge. Like the interaction with the point and the screen without battery is most of the features, and with that you don't need to have it charged at all, so you don't have to worry about that. So it has a half-hour charge, which is more than enough, because if you're just using it for a selfie, take it out, do your selfie, blah blah blah, and that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Like or if you are watching a YouTube video and you have the pen, or you're cooking or something, pause and play the YouTube video. Sometimes people use YouTube videos as like radio shows even. So maybe you're cooking and you're away from the phone, but you have the pen near you. So you use the pen, but then you're done cooking, you're probably going to go sit close to the phone and continue watching the video, or just, that's how I usually do. I don't know, like even if you're listening to something as a radio, when you're done doing, and if it's cooking, for example, you're going to go back and sit at the table, because maybe you'll get a text or something, maybe, so yeah, that was an awesome feature. Really awesome advanced features, and it was a real nice show. It was just a beautiful show. It felt great, because, like, it was so loving. You know what I mean? It was so fucking, like, the guy the whole time made the, point of, like, this is for you. You know what I mean? This is, like, we're doing this for you. Like, we understand you, the Note fan, and just the people in general. And we understand how the Note was built on the passion of the people and stuff like that. And the success of the Note has been built on their actions of, like, people will, like, make the screen even bigger so I can draw. And they're like, all right. And they did it. and the Note continues to be successful and popular and have a hardcore fan base, because they're listening and implementing things that people wanted from it. And yeah, it was an awesome show, a very loving show, very like, I love the attitude, and again, the comments on, like, we're not here, he literally said something to the effect of, like, we're not here to tell you what we want you to like. We're here to listen to you and bring you what you want and what would make your life better. On that note, that's pretty much it, I believe. One more thing I want to mention: they had like a cooling system for the GPU. So they said no matter how demanding, they said the true test of anything is like gaming, and that really uses a phone or a device to its full potential. And they said with this new cooling system or something, you're always going to have a smooth, because the hotter something gets, the laggier your thing will run. But this has that cooling system or something, which they said things will always run smooth and cool. The guy from Fortnite came out and said if you do the beta with this thing or the tab 4 or some shit, you get the special galaxy skin and whatever. That's pretty much it. But that's my general thoughts on it. So yeah, in the end, I'm probably going to be keeping my phone. Not because I don't like this phone. There's nothing to do with that. I just, the size for me doesn't work, I guess. So, I'm probably going to be keeping my Galaxy S8. I love it to death. I love this phone. But 5.8 inches to me is, in the Galaxy form factor, is the biggest screen you can have and the biggest phone you can have with still feeling like it's phony. Oh no, that's horrible word. Phony. It's not like phone-like, I should say. Where you can still use it with one hand. It still fits in your pocket in a way that you're not carrying, a TV. I mentioned this before, I forget on stream, but I remember there was some Galaxy that came out. It wasn't a mainstream Galaxy. It was some offset one where some guy that we knew got it, and he was like, "Yo, look at my new phone." And we were just like, "What? That's a phone?" It literally was like a real tablet as a phone, pretty much. And it was like he was putting it in his back pocket, and it was like the whole thing was pretty much sticking out. I was like, "Oh my god, this thing's gonna fall out of his pocket." I forget what phone that was, but that was crazy. But it had older tech in it too, because it was slower than the phone that I had at the time. It was just crazy, but I don't know. But it made me think of that. But yeah, 5.8 inches to me was they kept bumping it up with the Note 7. 5.8 came out, and I was like, oh my god, huge screen. And then after that, with the regular Galaxies, they kept 5.8, but then they made the plus size even bigger, and that 6.3 was like, wow, this is the first time I felt like it was too big to hold, too big to use in one hand. Like I said, I felt like it comes down to like here, so I felt like I was talking into the screen, or something, when I was trying it out and pretending like I was talking to somebody. But yeah, so 5.8 to me is the biggest size you can go for a phone, I feel, that feels good to me. So for that fact, I'm probably going to keep my phone, which I'm happy about, because this was the real test. Because like I said, I when I got the Note 7, I really understood the Note passion. And I really, that phone I was going to keep until it turned to dust. That was the vow that I made then. But then, of course, I had to hand it back, because they forced people to, because they were shutting down all the features on it, to make sure the battery didn't expand in any way they could. But yeah, so the phone was basically unusable. Remember, one update was like, oh, you can only charge 60%. And once I heard that was going to come out soon, I was like, all right. I held on as long as possible. But I was like really thinking about how I could keep the phone. And at the time, too, they were like, oh, you can't take this phone on planes. And I remember we had went to Star Wars Celebration last year. And leading up to that, I was like actually thinking like, is there a way I can take this without, getting arrested for taking it on the plane? That's how much I love the Note. But yeah, I had to get rid of it eventually, and then I had to go back to the S7 Edge, I believe it was called back then. I think with the S7, they were still making like the flat versions without the edge at that time. I didn't like the feel of it. I felt like the front was curved, and then once it got to the middle, it had a shorter curve, and that combination didn't feel cool to me. I remember the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. That was crazy. I think at that time, what did they have? Did they have 4 phones? Was it the Galaxy S6, S6 Plus, and then the Galaxy S6 Edge, and the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus? And that time, I remember Samsung was having a real big problem with software, and every time a new phone would come out around that time, I remember the S5 got destroyed for me, and I was actually going to go to iPhone. I went to the store to get an iPhone, and then I went in the store, and I didn't even know. I saw the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, and it was so shiny and beautiful, and the way the software looked, it just looked like they maybe had fixed problems, and I was like, oh man. So I went with the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, and that phone, I loved how it felt, because the front was curved and the back was flat, so that gave a nice grip. And that was the first phone I played Pokemon Go on at the time. There was a period I had like 4 phones in like 1 year or some shit, because like I did the S6 Edge Plus, and then I felt again they kind of messed up the software towards when the new phones were coming out. It felt like when the new phones would come out, they would shove the new software onto the older phones, and you felt like just because it was the newer phone software, it couldn't run as good. But meanwhile, I guess they just weren't optimizing it good, or maybe it was a scheme back then. But now, like I said, since 2016, they have a new president, and ever since around that time, software on these phones have been flawless, pretty much. I almost forgot that was a thing. I almost forgot that Samsung had all these problems. The only problem, or problems that I experienced, I don't know, but the only problem that I was remembering was the Galaxy Note 7. I was kind of forgetting about that too. But yeah, this new mobile president since 2016, he said, has really made things so good that you forget about any issues that were in the past. So yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so I went with the S6 Edge Plus, and then the Note 7 was coming out, and I love the S6 Edge Plus. I know why one of the reasons why I switched, because the S6 term, or whatever term, I don't know, they decided to take the memory card, expandable memory, out. It seemed like Samsung was kind of going down, and they were making some bad decisions, and whatever they did, they threw the old president out, I guess, and they got this new guy, and he fixed fucking everything right away, right quick. But to get to again, where I almost even forgot these. I'm going through this history and remembering these issues, but if I wasn't doing that, I would almost totally forget about even almost the Note 7. But that's. I don't know if anyone will forget about the Note 7. You kind of do, because like you watch this and you're like, oh, the Note ever had a problem? But the Note 7 thing was part of pop culture a little bit. I remember the Grand Theft Auto mod. You throw the Note 7. Oh my god, that was crazy, hilarious. Oh my god, craziness. Ow. But yeah, so the Note 7, I liked the way it felt. I liked the way it looked. It was just awesome. The pen had a lot of advanced features at the time. And because I had skipped the Galaxy S7, because like I said, my thing was like at least 2 years. You know, I think that's how contracts used to work too. So I'm used to that, maybe. I don't know. So Note 7 comes out. It's awesome. I never had a Note before. All the stars were aligned. It brought, you know, at that time they had brought back the expandable memory. Even with the S7 they did too. So I was like, you know what? I love this S6 Edge Plus, but the Note has, this jump would be a huge jump. So it'd be worth the jump to the Note 7 at the time, especially for expanded memory and the pen. Or, you know, there's everything. But then the Note 7 debacle happened, so I had to get rid of that. So then I had to, what was the latest phone before that? It was the S7 Edge. So I went with that one. And then I was never completely at home with that phone, even though it was a very good phone. I just, like I said, the shape of it compared to the other two phones, the S6 Edge Plus and the Note 7, I didn't like the way it felt. I felt like that big curved and little curved thing was like some like a bad in the middle mix. Otherwise, beautiful phone, but then the Galaxy S8 came out, the new Infinity display, and plus, it felt like a Note 7 when you held it. New technology, new display, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go with the Galaxy S8. And I had to jump with T-Mobile, so it was easy to do that, and you basically pay nothing, just continue paying the phone fee every month, pretty much. So yeah, that's my story of how I had like 4 phones in like 1 year. So, like, to think back to 2016 when I first played Pokemon Go on the S6 Edge Plus, feels like a million years ago, but it's just funny how it's not really that long of a span, because it was only in 2018, right? So, but yeah, within that year and a half, I had like 4 phones. It was crazy. So, yeah. But anyway, like I said, I think this was the true test. When they finally announced the Note, I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep the Galaxy S8 regular, not Plus. But I was like, I love the Note so much. Maybe they'll come out this time with a 2-size Note, one big and one normal size. But no, they're sticking with that size, and I don't blame them because they're able to fit some real Note features in there, and plus the battery, and bigger battery even now. And I wonder if they decided on the screen size because of the battery. I wonder if they were like, we want to solve that problem of battery life, so we want to put a bigger battery, so therefore we got to make the phone a little bigger. So you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's tout a 6.4-inch display. It's only a point bigger, 6.3 to 6.4, but still. But yeah, this was the true test, because once I got the Note 7, I truly understood the passion of the Note fans. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put this behind me and finally be able to keep my Galaxy S8 regular edition, and it's perfect. Feels like a powerhouse. Feels like something that could last into the years. Feels great. It's a more powered up version of the Note 7, just without the pen, which is fine, whatever, because they kind of integrated a lot of the Note 7 features software wise, besides like one little thing, which eventually I was like, whatever. I don't know. I know the pen, the pen writes, that was awesome, but a lot of features and software features that I started using with the Note, they implemented into this too. So I didn't feel like it was that big of a loss. So so this is the true test. So I'm gonna keep my Galaxy S8. And finally lower my bill come a couple of months from now, I think. I don't know. But I love this phone. If I was into that huge size screen, I'd probably most likely do it. But I'm looking to lower my bill, and I'm not looking to get a phone bigger than 5.8. So I guess I answered my question. But this was an awesome event. I really love their attitude, and you feel it. You can breathe when you watch this. You could like breathe. You felt like the air quality in the air when you're watching this event was just better. Their attitude was great. A lot of awesome advancements. That's what happens when you listen to the people, and really just chill and just, what do the people want? How can we make this phone good, more healthier for people, and just a better experience for people, instead of the attitude of, like the guy said, try to convince you to like things that we want you to like. This was awesome. This was an awesome event, an awesome presentation, and some really awesome human, true advancements that continue that make people's lives better and is smoother and is just simpler. That's true advancement. So on that note, guys, I'm gonna go on that. And looks like so a couple things came out. Red Dead Redemption gameplay video, an unboxing of this new PlayStation Pro that was announced today. That really made me be like, oh man, that Spider-Man PS Pro looks awesome. But again, blue and gold, love those colors. It's clear. But it comes with the camera and a 2 terabyte hard drive, so it's probably in the $500 price range. And that made me like, okay, that's a little too much. I can't afford that. But if I was rich, I'd be like, because it's a limited edition too, only like 500 million or some shit. I don't know, or it's the 500 million edition or something. I don't know, something like that. Maybe of systems sold, and I don't know. If I was rich, I would definitely get it just for collecting purposes because I love the transparency thing in it, the colors. But yeah, it's out of my price range, and it made me, if I'm looking at getting the PS4 Pro, the Spider-Man one is awesome, and it's more in the price range. Well, not really, but yeah, it's definitely more attainable, more. 4 is a lot better than 5. It's not that far apart, but that extra 100 really tips the scale. But anyway, it's a little preview of what might be coming later on. I might come back on to do those 2 things. But there's my feelings on this event. It was awesome. Note. Oh yeah, are they even calling it the Note 9? Yeah, I think they. I still like. I didn't really like. Well, I feel like that wasn't like an emphasis, but I guess it is the Note 9, right? I don't know. So yeah, all right, guys. This is Joey JCM. Thank you for joining me here. I love doing this, and love just making videos and art in general. God damn! So those of you who've watched, thank you so much. Those of you who are watching after, in the pre-recorded version, thank you so much. You're awesome as well, and you guys know all the ways you can raise the power level of the channel. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, trying to get that super chat feature going. And yeah, I was gonna say the road back to monetization too, but I could honestly give a fuck about that. Cause the little amount of money that I made on YouTube, and again, if you're doing this it's nice. It's a goal to reach, but it's just another achievement to reach. It's not something that if you're doing this, if you got to do it to love it. You know what I'm saying? And I love just doing this. But anyway, so that's irrelevant to me. That's not. But we're on the road to 1,000 subs. I guess I get that super chat thing going because super chat seems fun. I know monetization and super chats are both equate to talking about money, but like I don't know, super chats just seem more fun. You can't really rely on monetization either. So, but anyway, just 1,000 is a goal to reach. So we're on that road. And like I said, you guys know all the ways you could raise the power level of the channel. Thank you for joining us here. Love you guys. And I will see you maybe a little bit later for those couple of videos that came out. All right, guys, holla back.